What is up, Culture Drop? This video is about something that I believe robs you of peace and serenity in your life that has a big impact on you, which is forming very strong opinions. I think that's something that I observe a lot of people do in their life, and just a part of like how you navigate the world as human beings is that people base their identity on very strongly formed opinions about everything in the world, from sports teams to artists to movies to genres of music to like politics to other people's business and like family members, just like other people's lives. Something I think that people do is sort of base their identity on these like very strong, like firmly held opinions about like, I have this very strong opinion about that. And what I want to share with you is just a perspective, an alternative to that, I think allows you to reclaim some peace in your life by not having to base your identity around these like very strong opinions about things that are usually negative. And that is to be the kind of person that can move through the world and has the ability to just observe something and be like, oh, that is what that is. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, to like let data and information or circumstance happen without you having to like strongly grip onto like your opinion of it, as opposed to just observing and be like, oh, this is what that is. I know of navigating this world as a human being that one of the things that we carry with us is our ego. And I understand the need for connecting to something. You see this, you observe it in people, attaching your identity to a thing. I understand sort of tribalism, right? It's like having things in common with other people where we passionately feel the same way. That could be positive, it could be around supporting a sports team or something. But also that happens for us where I think that is a blind side for people to like always be constantly worked up and fired up about something that really doesn't have a lot of impact to them directly. And you see this if you observe and think about people in your life who are like really fired up or hung up about something. A lot of times those things that like cause them to be so upset aren't things that actually impact their life directly. Like they're things that are far away. What Taylor Swift does will get somebody so fired up and it's like, who cares? I really do think that there's something here to like have a sense of self-awareness and a different perspective of the world, to be able to just observe and hear and know about things that are going on, not be so firmly attached. Because what that does is allows you to sort of be blown around in the wind, cause a lot of negativity, a lot of stewing over something that doesn't have anything to do with you or doesn't have an impact on you, which gets us caught up and embroiled in sort of toxicity or drama. A lot of times those things are negative. And am I saying you can't ever have an opinion about anything? Obviously not. But you being aware of what are the things that I hold very strongly opinions about, that I'll argue with family members and like lose friendships over because of this opinion that I have about something, as opposed to being like, this data, this thing that exists, I can just observe it and see this is what it is. And like, I don't really have a strong opinion about that one way or the other. It just is what it is. And especially if it's something that doesn't have to do with my life. It's someone else's business, it's somebody else's drama, it's some other thing. It's like, I don't need to be like embroiled in that and sort of like assert my sort of identity into that thing. Here's my advice to you of like what to do to like just experiment and test this out, because I think this is something that it might have a big impact on your life. And do this. Get a Post-it note and write on it, oh, comma, that's interesting, period. And for a week or a day or just a certain amount of time, carry that around and have that sort of be your mantra, that you can hear about something, know about something, some circumstance or whatever, and have a reaction in the moment that is like, oh, that's interesting, without having to be like, here's everything I think about it and I'm emotionally fired up about this thing, and just observe the world without having to form a strong opinion about it. This might make sense in a lot of ways to you, but I think having some time to take some time and evaluate yourself and how you move through the world and respond to input and data and situations around you, you might find that, oh, I get worked up about a lot of things that like I could choose not to, and create more peace and more serenity and calm in my life by not having to have a very strongly formed opinion about something all of the time. Because I think that's something that we do naturally as human beings, and catching yourself and being aware of, am I doing this? Is this causing me to suffer in my life in ways that are not necessary? Is good. So take that Post-it note, do that for however much time you can stomach of it, a week or whatever, and just be like, have that be your mantra. Oh, that's interesting. See what impact it has on your life. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel, or you can sign up for the Culture Drop mailing list and get these emails and videos right into your inbox.